There's actually no rust here. That's just dirt. Same thing here. The utilized skid plate has some rock chips. That's just surface rust. I touch it up every single time I change the oil, which is like every year. That's the other side. All of that is just dust. Right. So we're gonna go here. That's the other side. Again, all of this is just dirt. Same thing here. That's the frame. That's the transmission skid plate. That's the transmission, transfer case, exhaust. That's the one of the gas tank skid plates. There's another one. Again, so the video cut off. I might have pushed a button. So here's another skid plate. There's a little bit of rock chips there, surface rust. I'll just go over it with a wire wheel and paint it if I have time. And then going back, it's all good. There's nothing under it. There's the skid plates for the rear diff, and then control arm skid plates on both sides. Again, there's a little bit of a surface rust around where it catches a bunch of rocks. And then, I guess moving around to the back. So this exhaust is actually stock. It's been modified to sit higher. And then the underside is pretty clean. There's no major rust or anything. Most of it is just some surface spots on the shock bolt and on the shock itself a little bit. Kind of the same story on this side. Overall, most of it is just dirt and dust and other stuff. So yeah. All right, so here's a cold start video. The coolant temperature is 0, same with the oil. All right. As far as the, actually, let me turn it off. So it has a, kind of like a rock chip here. That's just bugs. This is the front license plate holder. Because Utah doesn't require a front license plate. So I wanted to plug these holes up, but I just didn't have time, I guess. I still have the license plate holder if you want it. There is a some scrapes along the very bottom, and there's like a huge rock chip here. I know I have some touch-up paint which I bought and never used, so if I find it, I will touch this up. As far as the paint, it's all good. There's a small ding right here. on the rear door. And then going around, I think there's nothing here. There's a small ding right here, which you can see. Has a little bit of a, I guess the door was opened into something, so there's a little bit of paint missing, so I don't think it's a big deal. And then I think as far as door dings go, that's about it. Trim on the other side. Here, oh, right here. So it's kind of looking like it's maybe fading and could use a coat of clear coat, but that's about it. As far as tires, they are noisy, but they're still pretty good. So all of them are going to be showing, this is millimeters, where's the 30 seconds? So 30 seconds here, and then they're even all around. So this one I think is between 6 and 7. And then same thing here. This one's at a little bit more than 7, I think. And then this one is somewhere between, somewhere between 6 and 7, closer to 6. So overall, all of them are worn, but they're not worn out just yet. The mirrors, they're self-dimming. They do have some hue already, but they still work, so I didn't replace them because they're like super expensive from Germany. Same thing on the other side. But the self-dimming still works. And then here's the window crack. It doesn't really bother me much, but it's just there. It's mentioned in the ad. And then as far as interior goes, really good shape. There's really nothing. That's the seat. It has a small crease. That's a crease. But overall, I mean, it's almost brand new. These things, I don't think they were ever used, so all of the carpet looks exactly like, I think, when it came out of a showroom. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but the steering wheel is showing a kind of like a little bit of a wear pattern at the top here, kind of faint. Everything here works. That's the passenger seat. Same story for all of it. That's the headliner. Let's see. Here is the back seats. They all look fine. Same thing on the floor mats. And then the rear here. There is a little bit of a, let me open it. There is a bit of scrapes around here, I guess, from loading a bunch of stuff. A couple of scrapes here, a couple of scrapes here on the side. Otherwise, it's all, it's all excellent. I have the spare. The toolbox is still in here. That's just a little bit of scrapes on the rear of the seats. Can't really see it from a distance at all. What else? The taillight was repaired by me when I bought it over 5 years ago. It's still fine. Just has like a little piece. It had like a tiny hairline fracture there. I just didn't want it to completely go. Full size spare, never used, so you could technically put 3 other KO2s and save some money if you like KO2 tires. Everyone has their own preference. Same thing here. I guess the next video is going to be me driving it. Alright, so we're going to take it for a spin. I'll let it warm up properly, and then we can maybe go on a highway and show you how it handles there. Let's just gonna back up here. I have a full backup camera system, so you can easily see where you're going. This is just me driving in comfort mode. It doesn't have as good of a throttle response, but I guess you save a little bit of fuel. Sounds fine, shifts fine, no issues. AC is working fine. It's 88 degrees outside and it's blowing really cold. All of the posts and navigation, everything else works as well. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but you can start at 35 miles an hour. You can start hearing a little bit of a tire noise. It's not too bad, but you can definitely hear some of it. All right, the next video is going to be on the highway. So I'm getting on the highway. The car has been put into a sport mode and has finally warmed up. So I'm going to try to focus on the road and turn off the AC and see if we can hear something. All right. Drives fine, 65 miles an hour, no vibration. I did feel a little bit of a steering wheel vibration at like 75. It usually does happen with these tires when they sit for a while. I haven't driven the car, and once they warm up, it goes away. So overall, it's not vibrating or anything. It's all steady at 75 right now. Alignment is also spot on. I don't have to like hold the wheel at all, and it's just going to track straight. if you could hear the tires. They're definitely noisy. They're not as bad as mud terrain tires or anything like that. It's just some people are more tolerant than others. We have been noisy for the last, I don't know, 3 years, honestly. Or just got a bit noisier before, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, really, or a couple months ago. Turned on the AC because it's kind of hot here. And here's a stoplight. See if I can do a little acceleration pull test just to show you that it goes fine. So here's the speedo. Alright, so now that we're back, I can go through the menu. It's it all works. There's tire pressures, all kinds of settings. So you go to vehicle info. There's no error signs, no warnings, nothing like that. And then as far as low range goes, you shift into neutral, turn off sport, and then flick this up. So it flashes, it says that low range is on, and then locking diffs. If you go up, it will lock the center diff, and there you go. And then to turn it on, you just flip it backwards, and you're back in normal mode. So yeah, that's about it.